Transforming impressions of nature to expressions in ceramics. Hello, my name is Kristin Andreassen. I work at Oslo Met as an associate professor of ceramics. Your creative process. Each person has a unique creative process. It's important to know how your own process usually are. How do you organize your workspace to make the creativity flow? Some people need the workspace to be very organized, and some work best with some chaos around them. How can you work your way around obstacles that stops you from doing good work? One of the best ways of finding inspiration is working with your material. But by analyzing your work, extracting a good context from it, and finding what parts of your work you would like to improve or challenge to make it even better is worth the time it takes. Reflecting on your interests and where you find joy may be a good place to start. With your senses and some other tools, you can equip yourself for a good creative process. I would like to share some ways of thinking about my own concepts. Hopefully, it can inspire you. I look to nature. I take a lot of photos. When I look at them, I can see that I'm interested in surface structures, details, decay, erosion, and on-growth. You might be using other sources. Developing a personal expression. What's in your work already and why? Analyze what kind of colors you like. Make color schemes. You can, for instance, use digital tools as Adobe Color or Capture, as shown in the slides. What kind of shapes do you like making? Are they of an organic nature or are they closer to geometrical shapes? What kind of surface do you like? Matte or shiny? Smooth or textured? Organized surfaces, as for instance repeated patterns? Or do you prefer to let what appears to be exciting during the process be the thing? Letting somebody else look at your work and tell you what they see is often very helpful. Ask them what kind of surfaces, shapes, colors, stories, and contexts they see in your work. About color. Analyze what kind of colors you like. Make color schemes. Here I have used Adobe Color. By inserting one of my own photos, I can extract a color scheme and use these colors in one of my works. Here you can see two examples of making color schemes in Adobe Capture. This is the surface of one of my objects. I have studied colors and surface from landscapes and moss. If you like using repeated patterns, this could be a good starting point. You may have the colors in both RGB, SMYK, and others, depending on what medium you're using. You may adjust where in the photo you pick the colors, and you can also adjust on the chart to the left. The worn down asphalt in the pink sunset was wet and dry, depending on the bumps and cracks. Ceramic tiles painted with colored clays using sponges as tool to get soft edges. Texture and pattern. Using wax resist and building up a foam-like structure around the wax gave a tactile surface on a smooth shape. The dirty snow has a dotted, soft pattern. Textures and structures. A part of an old wall was worn down in an interesting way. I applied something visually similar on my object. Textures and structures. The way the wind have shaped the sand on the beach or the dry snow in the mountains may be similar to the movements of water. The blue piece of porcelain is shaped with fingers and hands and stained with ceramic pigments. Shapes. What kind of shapes are your work? Simple shapes? Complicated shapes? Shapes of many parts? Organic or geometrical? And how important is the aesthetics versus function? This is one of my ceramic stones. And shapes again. The way the tree trunk was wrapped in its bark has been remediated into a ceramic piece. I wanted to capture the way a stone may be covered with lichen and moss and remediate it to ceramics. A landscape on a ceramic tile using colored clays and glaze. The plants by a creek has been imitated by layering fluid porcelain on plant parts and on the surface of a ceramic object. This is on the right side of the picture. This way I tried to recreate a process from nature into the ceramic medium. Thank you and good luck.